Hey guys, welcome to another video on my channel, and in today's game we are going to be taking a look at a game which I played soon after the iOS update 2.5.0. so that's the latest update, where the Rogatka got a bit of a buff. So it got a speed buff and it got an HP buff. It used to be 124,000 HP, it's now 135, and the speed used to be 45 kilometers an hour, it's now 48. So those were two things which I wanted to test. I used to actually run 5 maxed out Rogatkas back in the day with Molots and Punishers, sometimes Orkans. But obviously those days have long gone. So I decided to throw in 5 of my Rogatkas to see how they performed in competitive play. One thing that I definitely noticed though is just the movement of the Rogatka had kind of changed, but not only for the Rogatka, I think all of the robots. The robots have this kind of a weird circular movement thing, which I actually found it hard for my Rogatka in terms of control. So it wasn't like I could, kind of perform certain moves like I could before. Like sharp turns and stuff, I find it a lot harder to do now than before. But nonetheless, I decided to run 5 and just to see how well it did in competitive play. So I happened to bump into Clan Dominion when I was playing solo. They sent me an invite, so I just accepted and decided to roll with them, and we ran into Clan Lethal Injection on Yamantau winter map. As you can see here, they actually gave us quite a bit of a fight because they had some really good range. Obviously I was running just Orkans and Tarans on my Rogatkas, which wasn't really in my favor to begin with. I had no range whatsoever. The most range that I had was 350 of my Taran, so I did struggle a little bit more than I usually do. My lineup was a lot weaker than it usually is, but you know what, the Rogatka wasn't that bad. I expected a lot worse, I think. So in terms of the common question, should you buy a Rogatka or a Galahad? So if you had 2,500 gold, which would you buy, Rogatka or Galahad? I get asked this quite often. So in my opinion, I think the Galahad is actually still the better buy. I think the Rogatka, in order for this bot to actually be competitive in the higher tiers, I think that it actually needs more HP, and on top of that I think they need to actually reduce or fully remove the cooldown time of its jump. That is the only way that I can see this bot being I'd say competitive, because I find even with these changes I still find it a bit on the weak side. I mean, if you're going up against a Galahad and you've got Tarans, you don't really have the firepower to break a Galahad shield. Maybe if they are a really bad pilot and they keep missing you, then perhaps you'll be able to break it, or if you're running Orcs and you are very close to them, you'll take them out. But I would say head to head, the Galahad is still the better option. But for those of you who have both of these robots, or maybe considering, or you've seen other videos posted elsewhere, what are your thoughts? Would you buy a Galahad or a Rogatka if you had 2,500 gold? Because I'd be interested to see what you guys have to say. I know for me personally, I think I would still get the Galahad, but again, this is just my opinion. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys my performance, I guess, using a lineup with just this robot after the recent buff. And again, in my opinion, I still think that it's not competitive enough in gold tier play. But other than that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch as well. And if you are interested in what recording software and stuff that I use, the computer that I use, my gaming device, I have a link in the video description for that as well. And until the next video, I will catch you guys later.